Hello there, Commanders, and welcome to another episode of Gladiator faction preview. This is a second round of the videos for me, but it's only a second video for you, because how I think I will publish it is essentially the same unit on different commanders on the same day. So the first day is going to be well, sword infantry, but sword slingers, I guess. Although I showed you on tier 8, this unit on tier 8, or this leg branch on tier 8, now I'm showing it on tier 10, so this video is somewhat unique. And as you can see, they don't have the slinger ability, while all the units up to tier 9 have them. So this is kind of weird, because it changes the playstyle on the very last tier. But then again, as I showed you in the previous video, that ability essentially is pretty shit. So we are not really going to feel the lack of it, but instead we get a rally, which is buff, a real effect, and supports all nearby allies, increases their morale and melee attack. So it's actually a really good ability. And you can have it permanently on, as it's 30 seconds cooldown and 10 seconds duration. And we can also have this, because it just gives us minus movement speed and minus charge deflect. So we can have it permanently on if any of the range units are in the area, and we can also cover all the allies with this. Actually, let me activate it. And all the allies have it as well. I think it's just 10 plus 15, not plus 25, but it's still something. And it stacks with their missile block abilities. This is a buff over here. Let's use this buff as well. Let's keep using this buff, and let's keep them in the nuts. Doesn't deal that much damage. But overall, I'm least excited for this unit type, because the special gimmick of it is that they can use slings, which is absolute garbage. And then on tier 10 they don't, and they're just regular infantry, but kind of weaker. I would take really Roman infantry over this one any other day. The commanders aren't exceptionally strong and don't synergize exceptionally well with this unit type. So yeah, I'm really not a fan of this text branch. All the other three are pretty good, but I'm still not 100% sure on dual swords. Although I'm getting ahead of myself, because that battle for me is in the past, but for you is in the future. But all the other three unit types are pretty good. So let's say they're really good, and the dual swords are just pretty good. So really good versus pretty good. Still good overall. So look forward to it, how they play, and how to perform. And obviously me talking doesn't really play along well with me keeping up my buffs up all the time. So we're really not a good commander for a presentation like this. But yeah, there's not really much to talk about with this unit, so would it be better with Crixus or would it be better with Spartacus? Let's focus on this in this video. So Spartacus has a charge. Well, this is Spartacus. Spartacus is a charge, has the champion ability, which is an AoE buff to melee attack for the unit that uses it, and melee defense and morale to allies around it, and then uprising, which is another melee buff to all units within a certain area. And then Crixus has a strike that increases damage. So these units don't have particularly high damage melee weapon damage, pretty high melee weapon damage stat, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Impact damage, I don't think there's also anything to really write home about. Charging, but there's just nothing exceptional about this unit really. Morale flank damage is high, so I guess there's that. But is the ability good? Again, nothing special. It's not bad, it's not good. It's just everything's sort of just average about this unit. And on tier 10 it loses its gimmick, and you get instead Rally, which is a good ability. It's better than Unite, it's better than what is it? Presence. Presence gives you +5 melee attack and +5 melee defense. This gives you straight up +11 melee attack and also morale, which morale increases your melee stats even further. So this is essentially not 10%, also 11% melee attack. It's 21, and you also get some movement speed and distance. And melee defense 4%. So essentially, just 1% less melee defense, but 16% more melee attack, and also morale in case you're about to rout. So overall, pretty good that ability in itself. But is that ability worth it on its own? I don't think so. Well, the other gimmick that this unit type has is a shield cover. So if it was ranged meta, and actually quite a lot of people say it is, then I could, you know, there could be an argument made for it. So if you want to make that argument and take this unit into tournaments because you're afraid of ranged units, go ahead. I'll gladly prove you wrong. But in solo queue, or just, I don't know, just random battles, and you can be with a party, so this is really solo queue for you. Whatever you want to call it. The random battles. In random battles, it can be useful. Well, especially in a party. If, let's say, you're playing with other units or other commanders that have some kind of raised shields that do not grant over 100 missile block chance, then you can synergize with them by using this and giving them the missing +15 that maybe they're missing. But then again, let's go back to the original question that I have somehow diverged from, which is better on Spartacus or better on Crixus. I would say I'm struggling to find this unit's identity to then be able to identify the commander that would be better for it. So Griggs in Astride deals damage, Adrenaline Lash that gives you more melee attack, and then Undefeated, which is a toggle long ability, which gives you quite a lot of melee stats.
Capture point is under attack.
So it lowers the enemy melee defense, it gives melee attack. So here you have +40 melee attack, but short duration. That is +21% melee attack. So you could sort of play with Spartacus with stacking melee attack and lowering enemy melee defense. And you could sort of do the same with Crixus, but he would be more about stacking melee damage as well. So it's about finding the optimal curve, and usually when you have 2 factors rather than just 1, or 3 rather than just 2, it's better because they kind of multiply with each other. So I would say Crixus because math, but my overall advice is do not play this unit, play the other 3, which is something that is going to come. I didn't know that coming into it, as the previous video was the first one I recorded, and I didn't really know how the other units would play. I just tested playing around with them to see what's with them, but I didn't like properly gameplay tested them. But anyway, as I said, I am speedrunning these videos, so I'll just get to the next one, because I'm really running short of time and I don't know if I'll be able to provide all 8 videos, which is 4 new types and times 2 commanders. So, help us bring the Warren back to the west, and I'll see you in the next video, and also on Arena's Battlefields commanders. Let me know in the comments below what you think, Crixus or Spartacus, or just not play it at all, which is my advice.